All right, what's up, y'all? Monday, January 21st, nothing but red. Steve, what's up, man?
What's going on?
Not much, not much. Good win this weekend, man, right?
Crazy game. I thought I was gonna have a heart attack.
Oh my God, man. It's just, it, it seems a little weird to me, but I mean, we were talking about it after. Allison just seemed like a beat off, didn't he?
Yeah, I don't know. He just wasn't his best day.
Yeah,
Two of those you couldn't really save, but one of them I thought he just maybe was out of position a little bit.
yeah. I mean, he really wasn't even, he didn't really get called on. And like you said, every single shot they had on target, they scored. So it wasn't really like he had to work. But aside from Allison, man, I think this was a game where we showed that conceding a goal doesn't really affect our mentality. We go out and we get
Mhm.
another one. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like we don't really score every once in a while we'll have like a 4-0 win, but didn't it seem like whenever they scored like they scored their first goal, we knew we had to go and get two. And then once they tied it up, we were like, "All right, we need to go and get two more." And we got
Mhm.
3 and 4. I mean, it just seems like we're getting better at that.
We're definitely we conceded too much. You should never concede 3 goals to Palace.
At
But
Anfield nonetheless.
exactly, which I thought was weird. I mean, I think it shows that we're not invincible, but it also shows that we can um, we can fight adversity, and we're not weak mentally, if you will.
Yeah. No, I just there's something about this team this season, and I think it's the fact that we have Allison, believe it or not, where it doesn't matter who we're playing and it doesn't matter how many goals we go down by. I really think we can win any game.
This is the year for sure. This
Yeah,
is the year. Yep.
for Premier League.
Yeah, I can't speak on Champions League yet, just because I don't know what's going to happen with Bayern without Van Dijk that one game.
Yeah, that's true. To be honest, man, I'm not even worried about Bayern. Like when I think about, I just feel like Bayern's an aging giant. They're old.
For sure, they still have some world class players though,
Oh, sure, there's no denying
and
that.
without Van Dijk, we're gonna look very average at the back. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna look like every other team.
So who do you think he's gonna play? Oh well, we it's like a month out, but
Yeah,
Van Dyke's out, so
Gomez will be back, so he'll play Gomez and Matip maybe, or Gomez and Lovren.
Gomez and Lovren.
It's gotta be some, unless Fabinho keeps playing at center back or some. I don't know.
But then who are you
I don't
gonna
know.
put in midfield, right? Fabinho's not. Say Fabinho plays center back, he's not in midfield. So you got Henderson,
Well, in
Wijnaldum.
the big games, he likes to play
God, he likes to
Gomez,
play those
Henderson, and
three. Yeah,
Wijnaldum. Yeah.
I don't agree with that.
Eh,
Just based on
It's
the record this year, I'm not. I have nothing against all three of them playing together.
yeah. I think he trusts that lineup to not give up. I don't know, just to be maybe more solid in defense. Um, but as we've seen, we don't. They don't offer much going forward, so we end up calling for. Like I end up wanting Shakiri to come on in like the 15th minute every time they play.
Oh my God, that's so true though, because there's no creative ambition. You know what I mean? It's very defensive, very safe, and very. I don't even know. They just seem like just the staple midfield three.
Last year it didn't matter. We were still scoring a ton of goals with Salah and Firmino and Mane. They were sort of like voiding out the lack of attacking threat that those three midfielders bring because their form was just unbelievable. And they're still playing great this year, but their form definitely isn't what it was last year in the Champions League, specifically. So we see more that those those three midfielders don't give us enough. Um, they don't push the ball forward enough. And if Mane, Firmino, and Salah, if the big three aren't playing lights out, it shows. We can't. We hit it last year. Basically, is what I'm saying, based on their form.
In those three, you're saying. So
And yeah,
with those three
yeah,
midfielders,
yes.
yeah. Yeah, and I think Fabinho brings a good edge as far as being able to put the ball at the feet of one of the front three through the air. I think that's
Yeah,
what we've lacked. Because Henderson's a good side-to-side passer, and every once in a while he'll have a
yeah.
good
Henderson
through ball.
he looks to get the ball up
Yeah, yeah. But
to the wings.
Fabinho, he gets the backspin on the ball, gets it airborne, and puts it either into space for someone to go chase it, or just like a lob through ball, something like that.
Yeah, if we could find a combination where we have Fabinho and Shaqiri, and then maybe one of those other three, maybe Wijnaldum. I don't know.
It's just crazy to me when Alden was a center forward or like in a center attacking mid like 3 seasons ago.
Yeah, he scored a lot of goals. I think he almost had 10 goals that year with Newcastle.
None
He might
away
have had
though.
more.
None away.
Yeah, I know. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah. So now what about have you been keeping up with transfer rumors at all?
I have. I've heard Timo Werner the last couple days from Leipzig. Um, what else? What else was I saying?
Got him. I swear to God, we're gonna be linked with Fakir for the rest of his
Oh
life.
yeah. Yep.
Yep. But there's no way. There's no
Oh,
way.
Coutinho. Coutinho.
Yeah, man, that's BS though. There's
Did you hear
no
about a
way.
possible return?
Yeah, of course. I think every Liverpool fan in the world has read that. And God, man, what do you did I ask you about this last podcast? What do you
I
think?
can't remember. I was just thinking. I remember thinking. Well, I think a lot of people thought this isn't like groundbreaking, but when he left, I was thinking to myself, okay, yeah, I mean he'll be like the hot topic for a while, and he's a great player, so he'll do well, but he's not going to be the man, and he's going to struggle with that. He doesn't get to take all the free kicks when Messi's on the field. He doesn't he doesn't get to be the guy that makes everything happen um, and stuff like that at Barcelona, and I think that's going to affect him because he's used to being the man. Um, and just kind of the way he left that I felt like he was, he had a big ego the way he left and stuff, and now he finds himself on the bench quite a bit, and I would love to have him back for sure, but I just don't think it's going to happen. What do you think?
I don't want him back. I mean, okay, no, that's I don't know, man. It goes both ways. Like I want him back because he's Coutinho, but at the same time, he wasn't the way he left was just I didn't like how he left. He paid his own money to leave. Like, come on.
I know it's kind of crazy, but
Now,
I
well,
think
I don't
about
know
it
how
as
true that is, but
I think, yeah, I haven't really heard much about it since they first reported that, but it would be like if you wanted a better job, you know, in the next state over or a few states over, and your company was trying to force you to stay basically against your will. Um, Granted that you signed the contract, but in international football, contracts don't mean a damn thing, and I think that's quite obvious based on how people get out of them constantly and
yeah,
whatnot. But I get it. He wanted to go. He could have went about it better, but he played hard for us while he played. So
yeah, no, and I'm not knocking his work ethic at all. I mean, the man, yeah, he did fine. He did fine. It just, I think he's being linked with us mainly because of how much hype was surrounding his exit. You know what I mean? So like the second he starts struggling, excuse me, the second he starts struggling at Barcelona, everyone's like, oh, he's gonna go back to Liverpool. But
yeah.
yeah, I think
Well,
it's all hype.
I think. Well, there was a reporter that asked Klopp about it. I think he asked about the possible return, and I forget what Klopp said, but he was like, basically, I'm not going to speak on that. There's nothing. I don't think there's anything going on with that. Something along those lines, where he didn't completely rule it out. He didn't like laugh and say, "No way," but his response to me was interesting because I thought he kind of left the door open a little bit. So
Well, sure,
I
I
don't
don't
know.
think he would be against taking Coutinho back. I mean, I mean, he loved him. I just think that that's such a ridiculous thing to do, to go to another club for a year and then make it such a big deal that you need to go to that club and then come back. That's just absolutely ridiculous to me.
Yeah, and I haven't been following the sport really long enough to know if there is like some other players that have done things like this, um, where I can kind of compare the situation. Because to me, this is kind of like the first time I've witnessed something like this, where a player like demanded to leave a great situation. It wasn't like he wasn't getting minutes. You know what I mean? It wasn't
Right.
like he was an afterthought on the bench, like I don't know. I, I can't even think of a player. Alvaro Morata from Chelsea, someone like that. You know what I mean?
He just signed with Madrid, I guess,
Yeah, yeah, he did.
or
But
Atletico.
that's a perfect example. There you go. I forget where he came from. Juventus?
Yeah, I think no, 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 no. That no, who did he play for? Was it? I think he was at Madrid, man. I think
Which
I
Madrid?
think he was at Real Madrid, came to
Oh,
Chelsea, or maybe it was Juventus. You could be right there.
well, whatever. He stunk the place up, and now he's leaving.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, that's what happens
that's
at Chelsea. The turnover is unbelievable at that club for everything.
that's why I'm really surprised that Pulisic is going there. Um, maybe they're just the only people that offered anything. I don't know.
I wouldn't be surprised if they were the only club that offered him anything. The kid's 20 and it's not like he's lighting up the Bundesliga. He's just talented.
Yeah, it's he's. I read somewhere, and I thought about this myself. He's going to sell tickets. He's going to bring. He's going to bring attention to Chelsea Football Club in the United States.
Sure. Yeah.
It's huge. It's going to be huge. He's like a walking advertisement. Now he's only 20. He's going to be great, probably. Um, but yeah, he's not even an everyday player for Dortmund. So
Yeah. Yeah, that'll be interesting to see how that rolls out. But okay, also, I need to see Keita turn the fuck up at some point because I loved that. I never even saw this guy play before, and then as soon as we signed him, he was like my favorite player in the entire world.
I
And
know. Yeah.
dude, I don't know. It's got to be the physicality and the style of play, adapting to that. I don't like you said. I don't think there's any issue with the language barrier at all. I really don't think that's an issue. Um, I just
He's a physical player, though.
he's physical, but he's like 5'7". I mean, he's a
Yeah.
small dude.
Well, if I could say something to him, I would tell him, if you're gonna get it going, you got to get it going now, because once Oxlade Chamberlain comes back,
Oh,
we
good
know what
point.
he's gonna bring, and we know what Shaqiri's been able to do, and Wijnaldum, and Henderson's a captain, so he's never gonna get phased out. Really, I don't think. Um, he could very easily slide down the pecking order and find himself losing minutes,
Oh, very easily. He
barely,
could,
barely playing.
if he's not careful, he'll fall behind. And you perfect example of that is just an injury. An injury will put you behind in Klopp's side. Look at Klein and Lallana, right?
Moreno.
Moreno, perfect example.
Moreno was
Actually, no,
playing
Moreno was
great.
trash.
He
No.
was playing great at the beginning of last year. He was playing
Oh, no,
great.
you're right. He was. He was playing pretty well.
And he got hurt, and I thought, oh, this guy Robertson, he's solid. But when Moreno comes back, he's going to get his starting spot back. He has to. He was playing incredible. He really was. He was playing awesome.
Yeah.
And he hasn't seen the light of day since.
Yeah.
It's that easy for you to get phased out. It's that easy.
Yep.
So
And
I think he has no choice.
there's no sympathy either. I mean, Klopp doesn't care. I mean, he just wants he wants a player that's going to go in and do what he tells him to do.
Mm-hmm.
Really just execute, you know?
Yep.
So, I just don't I think Kate is good enough to where I don't think he can fall behind. I think but you're right, man. I think well, you also got to look at it this way. Lallana is kind of on the back nine of his career. So, taking Lallana out, I think Lallana falls to the bottom of the pecking order
Yep.
in that left mid position. Then you got Keita, or no, yeah, you got Keita. Then you got Ox. Then you got Wijnaldum, right?
Yep.
So man, there's a lot of competition in that team, and it's kind of a win-win though, because worst case scenario, even if Keita gets bumped to the bottom, that means someone else is improving.
Mm-hmm.
So competition's really good.
I'm excited to see Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain back for sure. I
God,
just love the way he plays. He's such a beast. He plays so hard, and that's what I thought Keita was going to be. Just a little smaller, um, more of a skillful Ox, because Oxlade-Chamberlain is kind of just more direct. He's more of a powerful player. I think Keita is got a little bit more finesse to his game,
definitely, definitely.
but
He's a
it
dribbler.
hasn't panned out. The first month of the season, he was great. First month and a half, he was great, and then he got hurt. I think he hurt his back and then maybe his groin. I don't know. A couple small injuries, picked up a couple knocks, and then, yeah, he's just found himself in a position where he needs to get it going soon, or he's gonna slide down the pecking order. No
Yeah,
doubt about it.
yeah, yeah. It'll be interesting to see. I mean, at
You're
this,
wearing the number 8, buddy.
yeah, that's another thing. You
Yes,
keep bringing that to my attention. That's crazy. Well, I mean, shoot,
it's a big deal, man. They take that stuff seriously over there.
I know they do, but I mean, look at we brought Benteke in, right? Benteke, well, Rogers did. Benteke got the number 9. God, I mean, he to be honest with you, man, he didn't have an horrific season. I think he scored like 10 goals or 11 goals or something, but he just didn't fit Klopp's style. So he said, "All right, see ya, get out of here." So, but I don't think, God, there's no way. Has Klopp made a flop signing yet?
uh,
Karius.
yeah, but he wasn't.
He wasn't. It was just that
It
one
wasn't a
game.
flop stop. Yeah.
So, yeah, that'll be. I don't know. I don't really know what's going to happen with that.
He ruined his career with that one game.
Apparently, he is doing really well for Besiktas.
Maybe. Where's that Turkey?
Yeah,
Come on.
Turkey's
They're
trash.
playing against Tollwood High School over
Yeah.
there.
Oh my gosh, they're so bad, man.
Who else? What other teams are over there? Fenerbahce?
Fenerbahce, Galatasaray, and then a bunch of other teams I can't pronounce.
Oh my god, that's where everyone that's washed up goes.
Seriously,
Terrifying.
Martin
Like a terror.
Skirtle plays for Fenerbahce right now. What a legend.
He is a
Gosh.
legend.
Wow. Man, we're going back now. Dang, man. So, when we play next? Wednesday? Yeah, Wednesday. I think we play.
Next Wednesday, right?
Is it next Wednesday? No, dude, we definitely play. I feel like we play this one.
We're in Dubai right now, aren't we?
Yeah, oh, good point. Let me see here. One sec. Look up Liverpool schedule. Oh yeah, you're right. Look at that. January 30th against Leicester.
Yep. And that is a home game.
Yes, it is. And
And
Leicester are in horrible form right now.
they're god awful.
Yeah, it's their
That's
coach,
good.
dude, because their team is great.
Uh, uh.
Well, no,
I
they
mean,
kind of.
yeah, no, they got Casper Schmeichel and Maguire. I like Maguire.
Yeah, they got Maguire, Chilwell at left back. Then their midfield is young but good. They got a bunch of like young African like international players. Um, and then of course they got their forwards. And they got that guy James Madison in, who's again another young player, but they got a lot of young talent in that team.
As long as Wilfred Zaha doesn't play for them, I think we're gonna be all right.
Oh my God, Wilfred Zaha. I would if I could have one player in the world, it'd be Wilfred Zaha.
Oh my gosh, the Crystal Palace games are more stressful for me than
Dude,
City games.
okay, well I don't know about that. I hate watching. I hate City like with a passion, but
Yeah,
God, Crystal Palace, we've had problems with them, and I don't know why.
tough team.
Yeah, I guess the desire's got to be there because well, I mean they got some talent, but I guess it's not too crazy. But
Crystal Palace.
yeah,
Yeah, they're pretty bad.
yeah. Didn't they, I think they started last season? Didn't they lose their first like 9 games? I don't think they got a point for like the. Oh, dude, that was bad. Yeah, that was last year. They were horrible last year. Oh man,
Crystal Palace. Thank God
gosh.
they have Sacco though.
Oh, what a God, Sacco. Probably the best all-around soccer player in the world right now, or at least in England. At least in, did
Yes,
you see
yes.
Sacco? Did you see his little like um Ole pass on the line like earlier in the game? Um he did like a little like wrap around one leg with the other and pass the ball out and cleared the ball?
Wrap around. No.
No,
Was it nice?
I mean it was kind of smooth. It was silky.
5-star skill move.
4 star at most, but it was with his left foot. It wasn't like it was with his right foot. I mean, he's a lefty. But this man will chest balls down in the box to clear them. He doesn't.
He's a savage.
He's a savage, man. He's a savage. Yo. But I think this was a good little podcast, good little session. We got some time before the Leicester game on the 30th. Is there anything else you want to touch on?
I think we're just moving forward here in the next however many days before our next game. Was it a week maybe?
Yeah.
A little bit more than a week. We have to get healthy.
Yeah, we do.
Our depth has helped us. Even without Klein, we're going to be fine at right back. Gomez and Trent will be back, probably both within, I'd say, if they're not back for the next game, it'll be the game after that. And then we'll be back exactly where we need to be. With Gomez and Van Dijk partnership at center back, and then Trent at right back. Fabinho, Milner filling in here and there, I guess, if need be. And then Camacho is, I believe, going to start the Leicester game.
Yeah, I forgot about Camacho, man. He had that game-winning game-winning tackle at the end there.
Yeah, I honestly think I read today that Klopp has backed him to start against Leicester. I don't know how he can make a decision that soon, but I guess it's Trent and Joe. Gomez definitely won't be able to suit up. I don't know, which is weird because I thought they were both really close to coming back. But yeah, we just got to get healthy, and we need to see something out of Keita.
Yeah, yeah. Those are the two takeaways. We got Keita.
Front three are on fire. We're good up there.
Yeah, front three are looking good. Sadio finally scored again.
It reminded me of last year's Champions League run, seeing all three of them score in a game.
Yeah, it's incredible when they're firing. Do you think? Last thought to sleep on, right? Do you think that Klopp was kind of like had them all on leashes the first half of the season, and then now that we're getting into crunch time, right? The back nine of the season, he's just letting them loose.
I don't know. I think that's a possibility.
I was just curious. I mean, you don't have to think about it too much.
Start scoring 4 or 5 goals a game or something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Like when
That would be nice.
like we put 7 past Maribor, and then we put 5 past Porto, and then we scored 7 against Roma. Or like, I mean, it's just unbelievable.
It was ridiculous, and I think it's only a matter of time before we get back there. I think we're going to run up a bunch on Bayern Munich because they're slow.
No, I completely agree with you. We played them in that. What was that preseason game of last year? I think it was. We beat them 3-1 in Bayern. Or I mean, in Bayern, in Munich. Oh my gosh. Yep, it'll be exciting, man. Hey, Steve, thanks for being with me on this podcast here, and I'll talk to you soon.
No problem. I'll talk to you soon.
All right, man.